Okay, Terry, part two here. We're going to segue in. What, after listening to what Stephanie just said, and I have to be clear on that because we've been back and forth on this all day. Do you have any, can you relate to what she just said? And can you give an example to the viewers of, you know, that drive to go somewhere, to meet someone?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Basically, there was a time when I was channeling an ant person, and it was so strange because I felt like I was inside the ant's body, as though I was the ant itself, and the ant was showing me how it was eating energy off the plant life, and then when I explained that to you, later on you sent me a YouTube showing me this lady who was talking about ant people, and when I saw that I said, oh my god, I got to meet this lady. And I just felt the instant connection to her just by watching her on YouTube talking about herself and ant people. And then within a week we were out visiting her, and we have been soul sisters since.
And who was this person?
This was Cynthia Crawford.
And she's considered the ET sculptor?
She's a ET sculptor, and she's also the ambassador for the extraterrestrial. For extraterrestrials, she lives on her backyard is Superstitious Mountain,
yes,
and she's in a vortex where the extraterrestrials come through her home. And so basically, she has a connection to where she connects people from all over the world, not only through her sculptures but through her communications, and helps them to get comfortable in their skin about the extraterrestrial experiences that people go through.
Yeah, and that's the exact time that she welcomed us into her home. Like, we knew her forever from the minute she picked us up. She came and picked us up at the airport and went and bought us groceries. It was the exact same thing. And so she welcomed us into her home, and we stayed overnight there, 2 nights or 3 nights or something like that?
3 nights, yeah.
Yeah, and then we went, and I actually captured the Phoenix Lights.
That's right, yes. we have that on video, yeah.
Yeah, and then we went up into the Superstition Mountain there, and those big green orbs were slamming us in the chest as we were walking up.
And then I went into that past life with that Indian tribe that was being massacred.
Yes.
And what an adventure.
They were being driven off that mountain. Yes. And so...
And I swear there's a ship inside that mountain.
Yes.
There's a mothership inside that mountain, yes.
Right. And so... while we're sitting there, remember the eagle screaming above us, like 2,000 feet above us? And you would
always notice that first.
Well, it's awesome. I'm watching this bird soaring around while we're out in the sun.
And
all of us
run these. I was watching Indians jump off the cliff. I was lost in a past life somewhere.
I'm like, do you see the beauty? Terry's like, what? Anyway, we're all on these great big rocks, remember? And we're just kind of laid back, each one of us on individual rocks.
Yeah, that's right. I channeled the whole group of people there.
Yes, yes. Yeah. And so, just for the viewers, this is exactly what you go through whenever you step into these higher vibrations and you seek out your soul family. And as you surrender and release the old and these energies that no longer suit you anymore, and if you're asking for the truth and the old question that Terry has asked herself, and I have asked herself, and probably everybody, is, isn't there a better way? I've asked when I was a little kid, I said, there's got to be something better. I don't know how many times I've said that over my lifetime, and I want the truth. I just want the truth. And so it come, full circle.
That was definitely your mantra.
Well, yeah.
I found the truth, but I wasn't looking for it.
Not that hard.
Yeah.
And so, yes, we traveled all over. So this is just another aspect of our journeys. And here we are today continuing. And so it's really interesting to bring back the past with the present and maybe to look ahead into the future. I see us doing this and continuing this, for a long time just because that's who we are. And this is just an example, being an example of an experience or looking into the lives of experiencers, maybe would be a better way to put it, and say, look, this can happen. You guys can do this too. people that are out there doing it, that are real people, we're experiencing the same things, but maybe at a different frequency, or we've already experienced this, so we can bring things to the table that you have questions for. And so, would you say that's accurate?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so, here we are at 5 minutes already, and so
I do have company with me, by the way.
okay, great. So you know what? While we allow you to go into this channel, and we were going to call upon the master. I'm not sure who's going to come through right now, but just so the viewers can see this process here. We already did the clearing earlier on each other, and also on Steph, and so we're going to call upon whatever's in our greatest good from the high sources of creation, and whatever message needs to come through at this time. And we're not going to limit the time thing here. We're just going to go right through, and if it takes longer than, say, 10 minutes, what I'll do is I'll cut the video up a little bit, and we'll fit it on YouTube. And sometimes it just takes a few minutes for these higher energies to come through and get acclimated to the physicality in this dimension. And that's basically what's going on here as you're witnessing this. Welcome.
Welcome.
And who do we have before us today?
This is the voice of wisdom. This is the voice of creativity. Many misunderstand the power within the great masters of creation. The voice of all seasons, nature, even the breath of life. We understand that when an open vessel calls upon our presence, that the presence is nearby at all times, especially if the presence has the connection that is tied to the communication or the messages that are to be sent forth. The voice of reason, when it comes to humanity, is in the experience of growth, the experience of flow, the experience of opening up the energy fields that is all around the forms that inhabit the light. And then the light shines forth and connects with other lights that are beckoning, as we feel that connection within this space, and to be able to connect the dots and speak the reality of those that wish to understand how this connection comes in the form of what you call the soul connection, the soulmates meeting one another. It is the lights that attract one another. When one is ready, it will follow that stream of energy to gravitate towards the energy fields of the other beams of light.
And just for clarity, for the viewers, when we're talking about energy and light, the beams of light are depicted as what we would see as ourselves in physicality, and as we clear our physicality of any kind of blockages or what we perceive as anything holding us back, and we become those beacons of light, then other streams of energy or other lights are drawn to ourselves.
It is the vision through the matrix eyes. It would not be the vision of your eyes as it would be as we look down upon the picture, as though you are sitting in a plane looking down, and you are looking at all the streams of energy and how their lights are connecting with one another as their soul begin to emerge and break out of the darkness. For they can be black lights, gray lights, white lights, or they could be beams of light